Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. Let's get into our prayer and our reading. Dear God, Holy Spirit and Spirit Guides, please help me to give this message of clarity to the collective and anything else we may need to know moving forward. I pray in Jesus' name, amen. There's something here with running. Like just running. What's this running about? Oh, excuse me. I feel like you're running from your voice. There's something you need to express here and you're not. The throat chakra is closed straight over. It's a lot of fear, anxiety, needing to find your voice here. I have a few downloads to get into first and then we'll do our reading. It will be a longer reading today as well. Okay, so there's something here with going skits, and I mean like angry, so angry just over the smallest little things. Like, for example, you might stub your toe or you might drop something or spill your coffee or something like that. And normally you wouldn't get as angry, but it's just gone into overdrive and the pure frustration levels, they're just through the roof. And there's a specific thing that's happened here. So this is very specific, so it may only be for one person with this exact scenario here. So you burnt your toast and you just kind of lost it. Now this is like a partnership. You lost it at your partner for them burning the toast. There's something here with burning the toast. And you just lost it. But it was never over the toast. And this person keeps going back to this argument. Oh, when I burnt the toast. Oh, when will you get it? It was not over you burning the toast. It was all the underlying resentment there. All the underlying things that hadn't been talked about and swept under the rug finally coming out. It was not over the burnt toast. Okay. There's also a past person for others. There's a past person trying to find you again. It could be like an ex, or might have been a situationship, something here, and they've been looking for you. They're trying to find you and they can't find you. They've looked up on social media. Yeah. I'm getting the sense that they will eventually find you and they'll message you or something. And I feel like maybe you haven't spoke to this person for a long time. Oh my God. It could even be like 20 years or something. Wow, you must have had a real impact on them if they still think of you 20 years later and they want to reconnect with you 20 years later. So that's some food for thought, and yeah, just to keep that in mind, because I feel like you'll be a bit taken back when they do actually message you. And I really don't know how you're going to react. Normally I'll get an answer whether you're going to like it or you won't, but I really don't know. There are specific people from your past that you wouldn't even look twice at, and it'd be like, ugh, no. Just no, you're in the past and that's where you're staying. But then I feel like maybe with this one person, you might give them another chance. Okay. The other downloads here is a left ear ache. Sorry guys, I haven't had my hands on the camera here. I'm just reading from this book where I make my notes. So the left ear ache, there might be, it's like a swimmer's ear or something. There's like water in the ear and you can't get it out. And I feel like you think that it's just going to eventually come good. You know how sometimes the water will just come good over a period of time. But this has been like this for so long now, you definitely need to see the doctor. Others on the left side of the throat, really swollen lymph nodes. Now, it's not both sides, it's just the left side. I think you should go see the doctor about that. There's a lot of anxiety and fear in the collective this morning too. What I suggest to help that is have some quiet time. Do something you enjoy doing, whether that just be listen to some music or just pure quiet and being in nature, reading a book, whatever it may be. Find something that you enjoy, even if it's only for 10 to 15 minutes, that you have that time, all that time to yourself. You need that time. Okay, this is a weird download, this one. So when I woke up, I got this it's like I guess you'd call it a vision, yeah. It was something, I don't know what it was. It was strange. But for us people here in Australia, you would know the morning show Sunrise. So I got the reference to the morning show Sunrise, and the Aboriginal flag and some sort of celebration and 3 young kids. So I'm getting the sense that there's these 3 young kids that are Aboriginal, and they're going to be on Sunrise for some particular thing, whether it be like dancing or just talking about the culture, and there's something here and it has to do with celebration. So that's a lovely thing. Alright, and sorry guys, I thought I'd turn that off. I always do that. I forget about it once I start the reading. Yeah, the last download here is a cold sore on the right side on the bottom lip. And they sting so bad. Oh, I feel your pain. It's been years since I've had one. Touch wood that I don't get one. But the thing that helps is Vegemite. Get some Vegemite and just pack it on there. Trust me, it will work. It will draw it all out. What is this energy about this morning? Alright, let's get into our reading. There is a real fearful energy. Anxiety. Like you can't talk. You're shaky energy. And what's this about? Tell me about this energy. Why is this energy present today? Oh, that just flipped on the floor. Where'd that go? Oh, no way. No way. Okay, you need to go and watch the reading just before this. Look at all these cards, right? This came out in the last reading. Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way. Mrs. Doubtfire. So this fear and anxiety, just know that help is on the way. Help is coming. It's a bit crinkled now. I ran over it with the chair just then. Whoops. Okay. Have no fear and let the anxiety fall to the wayside by doing something you enjoy doing. It will help that. There's something stuck here. What are you stuck with? What's this sticking? Oh, gosh. No. Try the other deck. What is this energy? There's something with a contract. There's some sort of contract you're about to sign or you have just signed. And it's going to bring in this help for you. Someone's sitting in front of a heater, and you know when you sit in front of the heater and you see the heat, like it looks like steam, you know when steam comes up, but it's not the steam, it's just like that heat layer. Someone's sitting in front of the heater and they can see that heat layer on top. Alright, what else do we need to know, please? It's a whole chunk. Whoa. Okay, because they're sticking together, I'm going to take one from the bottom and one from the top. It'll be great when they don't stick together anymore. Eventually. Okay. What have we got here? People gossiping, Chinese whispers, mixed up in translation from each person. Standing strong alone. Again, I'm getting referred to that past reading. The lone wolf energy came out. Standing strong alone here, that lone wolf energy. Success is yours. Help is on the way. Success is yours. And leaving these goppises. What's a goppiser? The heck is a gossiper? A goppiser. You could get tongue-tied a lot. Letting go of this gossiper, whoever this gossiping person is. Surrender. It's out of your control. You've surrendered to something here. And now victory will be yours. Refusal to settle for less. Good job. Why would you settle for less when you deserve the best? Bitter Betty has no you get tongue-tied a lot. Validity here. bitter Betty is irrelevant. So this bitter oh my God, I can't even talk. What is going on? What is going on? You could have a lisp and you could be working through that tongue-tiedness. And this bitty Betty person, oh, they could be getting you to do the, what are they called? It's right on the tip of my tongue. You know, she sells seashells by the seashore. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck should... Well, here we go. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All of those ones, I forget what they're called. Could be getting you to do those because they really help with tongue-tiedness. Yeah, and there's no reason for this bitter Betty to be in your life anymore, and I feel like you've recognised this here now. They could be a cause of a lot of your distress and anxiety here. Teamwork is dream work. Knowing that you don't have to do it alone, you can get help for it. Alright, one more with these ones and we'll move on to the pink and white. Oh, I keep getting goosies. It's cold here, but it's not that cold. What are the goosies about? You are lovable. Be kind to yourself. Yeah. Make sure you're telling yourself those positive affirmations. I am worthy. I am lovable. And being kind to yourself, giving yourself that grace. Remember, they were not there when you were on your knees holding your broken heart. They do not get to be there when you're winning. You are coming into this success. This success is yours. This victory is yours because of your surrender. Because of your refusal to settle for less. Because you won't put up with these bitter Bettys and their nonsense. I feel like I need to read that again. Remember, they were not there when you were on your knees holding your broken heart. It was only you there. You had to pick yourself back up and put the pieces back together. That was another card that came out in the reading with this last one. Putting the pieces back together. They do not get to be there when you win in. And you don't owe them anything. You don't owe them anything. There's something here with feeling like you owe them some sort of obligation. No. Where were they when you were holding your broken heart and you needed their help? And no doubt, I know for a fact you would have asked for help and it would have been rejected. Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, no, I can't today, or this or that. When do you ever ask for help? Really? When? Not very often, because you don't like to ask. Because whenever you have asked in the past, it's always fallen on deaf ears. Or no, sorry, you get an answer. No, I can't do that. No. Whatever, for all the excuses. But if the shoe was on the other foot, oh, different story then. 13, just another timestamp. Alright, what else do we need to know with this, please? I feel like you've snapped back lately. Where before maybe you wouldn't say anything, you would keep quiet. You're starting to speak up a bit more now for yourself. Take off the rose-coloured glasses. Seeing them for what they are. Holding them accountable for their actions. You can still love somebody from a distance. I keep hearing about unconditional love. Yes, you can still love them, but you also have to protect your heart first, and that means you setting them boundaries for yourself. Others will set them for themselves. You're entitled to do so as well. You must set those boundaries for yourself. What's healthy for me, what's affecting my mental health, what I will and won't put up with. And taking these rose-coloured glasses off has helped you to see this. I feel like you've already taken them off. You just need that bit of extra confirmation that, yeah, remember they weren't there. Remember all the times you asked for help and the answer was no? And every time they asked you, the answer was yes, and you would put your own stuff aside, even if you had things on, to help them. 14:44 now on the timestamp. Okay, Take a natural approach, holistic heals. Friends are helpful to you lately and refining private. I don't think they're significant. They were kind of stuck together. Alright, if they're significant, one of them will come out again. Anything else before I move on to our tarot deck? Just take the top. Okay. God's army and prayer warrior. You are a prayer warrior in God's army. Beautiful. Love that. Alright, let's get a couple of these. Oh, actually, we'll try our animal tarot. Anything else we need to know these, please? Squirrel spirit, crow spirit. Oh, I've had the crows around lately. It's been so nice. They wake me up every morning. Ugh. There's something here with sticking together. Something's, sticking together and flipping around. What's that about? Look how these three have just come out. Chameleon spirit, owl spirit, and coyote spirit. Whoa. Again, with the coyote spirit, very similar to the wolf, the lone wolf spirit. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. And it landed on your standing strong alone. So you are starting to believe within yourself now. And you're starting to store up for those colder months. You know how the squirrel will store up for winter? You could literally be making like a storehouse. Because I see like supplies in a storehouse. Crow spirit, co-creating with spirit, prayer warrior in God's army. Co-creating. Chameleon spirit, you can adapt very well to your surroundings, whatever you're going through. Act as if. And even if you're scared, you act as if you're not. Owl spirit, you can see clearly now. Again with that high flight energy and co-creating with spirit, with the crow spirit. Seeing clearly. And the crown. God's army. Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. I feel like this is being divinely guided and it may feel like a detour, but it's actually getting you on the right track to where you need to go. I haven't used these for a while, so let's use the past life oracle deck. See what we need to use them. Oh, excuse me. Do one more split. Someone's been reading a lot more. Maybe you just went and bought a heap of books or something. Just been reading a lot. Parent and child, family. You could be reading to your child a lot. Oh, okay. Parent, child, family. We've got phobias here. Anxiety, overcoming fears. I was talking about in the last reading something with fishing and diving, overcoming some phobia or some fear with that. You could have fears like here with the water as well, like the fear of the water and going out on the boat, like I said in the last reading. Could be fears of snakes, spiders, vultures, something with climbing a ladder. You might be scared to climb a ladder, or never walk under a ladder, or being lost at sea. They're the phobias there. Isolation, lack of connections, especially with it landing right here near your standing strong alone. Although you may feel like you're lacking some sort of connections here, you're standing in your strength and in your isolations. I'm getting the Hermit card here. And within your isolation, you will find wisdom and you'll start to see clearly. Extra confirmation with your owl spirit and your crow spirit. Relationship repeat. Now that was in reverse, so you're not going to repeat these past relationships, especially if this bitter Betty was a relationship. You're not going to repeat that cycle anymore. That's all closed out now. Whoa. Finding love. You want to find a new love. Whoa. Okay, finding love, and Archangel Raphael has landed on top, and he is the heart space. Archangel Raphael represents our heart space, the heart chakra. Ooh, you got a new love coming in. Finding love, and it's going to be divinely guided. I keep saying this, that God is literally sending you somebody, and your hearts just align in a way like no other. Resourcefulness, intelligence, mental action, and right thinking. There's a lot of passions here, and all the different drawers, like all the different things, all the different abilities that you have, all the different skills. There's drawing, there's architecture, like photography and the phone, like new inventions, creating things. Wow. You are very resourceful. Devotion, spiritual practices, intuitive history. Getting back to your roots as well here. Again, with that co-creating with spirit. You have a great devotion to self now and to God. Anything else with these, please, before I close out? Energetic realm. 4-4. Like the angel numbers have been crazy. They've been so insane lately. The mirror numbers. And the 44, the 444, or, 1414, and then 1441. Energetic realm, life between lives. Wow. I'm getting the sense like your whole world is about to change. It's 22:22 now on the timestamp. There is going to be union, the Two of Cups. There's some sort of union here that's about to happen, and finding love, and it's going to be deep within the heart, and you're going to match in a way that is just, I have no words of this feeling. It's a, like a top tier kind of love like you've never experienced before. Self-doubt in reverse, beautiful. Feelings of inadequacy. You know, and it's the 10 card too. Closing out those past cycles. You know that you are not your parents. You are your own person. You've closed out generational cycles. You've closed out so much here, and the self-doubt. Knowing that, I'm getting the reference that, back in the day, even if people, when they would get married, even if they shouldn't really be together, if it was toxic or whatever, they would just stay together. Oh, well, we got married, we can't get a divorce. You know that that's not the way to go. You know now, if there's any self-doubt, it's all dissipated. There's no more self-doubt. It's fallen to the wayside because you stand strong alone. You stand strong in God's army. Standing strong alone, knowing that you have the strength because you've closed out all these cycles. You know what you're doing. There's no self-doubt anymore. You know you deserve this grand love that is led by God. I feel like in your past relationships, maybe because you weren't in your life where you are now back then, and maybe with these past relationships, you didn't have the union of God within the relationship, and now you have that relationship with God. He will send that person to you, and you will have this union together with God. I hope that makes sense. It'll make sense to who it's meant to. Okay, closing out now. Anything else we need to know, please? I love that for you guys. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. You could be getting a message soon because Gabriel just poked his head out with the cards and went back in. So you could be getting a message because Gabriel's the Archangel Messenger. Do one more shuffle on these. Servitude. Loss of power or control. What's the servitude here? Oh yeah, this is just you serving God. You've surrendered to God. Expressive talents, servitude. It's not the loss of power or control here with that. I'm getting the sense as extra confirmation that you give everything to God. You serve God. Expressive talents, creativity, and the arts. And remember this come out, where is it here? In your resourcefulness. Very similar cards. With the table and the creativity, the drawing, and the big windows. Something with the big windows like that, like the arch windows, or these type of, like steeple windows. What else have we got here? Personal power, strength, and determination. Yes. Extra confirmation. Love that for you guys. Okay, I just want a couple of these and then, oops, and then we'll close it. Sorry, now I have to explain. Closing out now, just have one or two confirming cards with this reading, please. Asia in reverse. I feel like maybe you were going to take a trip to Asia and now you're not going. Something's changed. You're not going to Asia anymore. And then we have vows in the sideways. This could have to do with a commitment. Asia in reverse. And vows in the sideways. Tell me about this. Why is this in reverse and the sideways here? Communal living. Native American in reverse. Food and hunger. There's something here with not wanting to take a holiday and give it to the poor and needy instead. So the money you were going to use for this holiday, you're not doing that now. You're going to give it and donate it to people who need it. Wow, that's beautiful. That's what we all should do for each other, isn't it? Communal living, food and hunger. You're going to help. It could even be third world countries. There's something here with it could even be in your community. There is definitely something here where you're choosing not to buy, that expensive car or that expensive item or go on that holiday and give it to people who need it, and it will help them people. Native American in reverse. Now, why is that in reverse here? I feel like, because I always get homelands with that, maybe you're going to take a trip back to your homelands and you've decided against it because you want to use the money more wisely to help people and make a difference and make that impact. And that's amazing. It's so beautiful. It goes to show you a beautiful, kind, thoughtful heart. It's really lovely. And you doing that from your heart, where you want to do that, is such a beautiful thing, and it's such a rare thing as well. Scribe or writer. You could be a scribe or a writer. Oh, beautiful. I feel like we just need one more of these. Can we just get one more and I'll close it out? I think I've said that like 10 times now. I'm going to close out. Wisdom. So much wisdom here with your owl spirit and this unicorn card coming out with the wisdom. You've gained wisdom through all of this. That's beautiful. All right, let's get a couple of charms. Okay. Oh, the two feathers. Oh, the divine match. Oh, look. And I have a lot of different feathers in there. I've got a really big one, small ones, and then these two, which are exactly the same. Extra confirmation about the divine match. Oh, love that for you guys. We've got the fleur de lis here and the lotus flower rising up out of the mud. The rose that grew from the concrete, growing from nothing into something beautiful. I feel like there's something with heritage with that fleur de lis for you, the French heritage. A little mixer. You could be doing some baking. I feel like you're baking a cake or something. There's something here with baking. 2 and 2 equals 4. Something's adding up now for you. Like you can see it on paper on black and white. It's like a notebook, but it's... How do I say that? Okay, so it's a book, right? You know, in a book, there's lots of different pages. So you're on this one page. I just got like a jab in the arm. Ow, that kind of hurt. What's that about? Or you might have just got a needle in the left arm. You know, when you get like a flu shot or whatever. Oh, that's not nice. It doesn't have to be that intense, guys. Like, man. Ow. That just come out of nowhere. And it's on the left side, and it's right in the top bit of the arm where you get, where you get like shots, like, your flu vaccinations and things. There's some sort of vaccination. It might even be for your B12 levels. Like I know myself, my iron and my B12 levels sometimes get really low. And I have to get B12 injections to boost them rather than taking vitamins because my body doesn't absorb it the same way. So it could be something like that. And I know when I would get them, they are so much more intense than just a flu vaccination or something. They are so painful because it makes your arm swell up a little bit. And it's like a huge lump that's there for a few days after. And it's very tender and sore. So I feel your pain if that's you. Anyway, getting back to this notebook thing with the paper and something adding up. Things are starting to add up now and you're starting to see the equation for what it is. You might be a maths teacher. There's something with equations there. All right, the dolphin spirit and the bird spirit. This is like the little blue bird. So flying high. And the dolphin representing the ocean. There's something from the bottom of the ocean to the tips of the sky, to the top of the sky. What's that about? Tell me about that. Oh, butterfly, the lantern, and the gem. Somebody sees you as like you've gone through such a transformation from a young, immature young girl to a or boy, take it as it resonates. I say girl because this is the princess crown. Growing into and transforming into this beautiful young woman and holding this light of your own. And just all the pressure you've been under, you know how diamonds are created under pressure, that's the only way they're created. You've turned into this beautiful diamond under all the pressure you've gone through. And again, here with your lotus flower, rising up out of the mud. The beautiful lotus flower, you wouldn't think it was found in swamp mud areas because of how pretty it is. Rising up out of that. I feel like you're this person's gem. Like, they want to crown you with this princess crown here. And the butterfly. Beautiful transformation and flight spirit. Awesome. Oh, 333 now, the timestamp. Let's finish off on that, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye.